Hey seniors, well, it's to online learning, which is kind of a nice thing your senior year, just to sit at home and watch videos for a couple weeks. Hopefully you won't tune out and relax too much, but it's kind of nice finishing off your senior year like this. Hopefully you will get to walk at graduation and stuff, and, well, anyways, let's not get too deep into that, but I hope you're staying safe from the coronavirus, staying healthy, and hopefully you enjoyed a good senior trip too. And of course you can reach me through email, through Skype, whatever. We are on the Digestive System Module 13 of Apology. I'm going to break this video up into 3 different segments and assign 1 segment each day, and then coloring book exercises on Thursday. Friday, it's your responsibility to study, because on Monday I will have a test for you. Of course, the test is open book, so it's going to be considerably easier than sitting down and memorizing it. And you are the only ones who, if you have a 90 plus in the class, don't have to take your final exam. So every other class I've recommended memorizing material anyway, but I guess since you guys are free from those responsibilities, you're really in good shape for not needing to memorize every last idea. But it's good to know anyway, because if you're going into the nursing field, of course, you're going to need to know it. So, anyway, let's talk about the digestive system. Alimentary canal runs from mouth to the anus, all the way through. Now, it gets a little messy around here, so we're going to go through each one of those individual things. A couple functions: you have mastication, the process of chewing. Hopefully you chew your food, unless you're Sean. But what's that? Oh, I'm recording a lesson for anatomy, so about eating food. Digestion, the breakdown of food molecules into their individual components. So, of course, your stomach begins digestion. Actually, your mouth begins digestion. And here are some functions of the various parts of the alimentary canal. You have the tongue for moistening, processing, mixing with salivary secretion. Salivary glands begin to break down stuff with enzymes. You have the pharynx, which propels stuff into the esophagus, and the epiglottis keeps food from entering the windpipe, so you don't have to say, hey, the food went down the wrong pipe. That would not be very good to get food into your lungs. You have the liver, which synthesizes or creates bile. The gallbladder, which concentrates and stores bile. Of course, you can have that removed with some minor complications. You have the pancreas. The pancreas secretes digestive enzymes, and you have the esophagus, which is a conduit to the stomach. Lastly, as far as individual pieces of the alimentary canal goes, you have the stomach, which mixes and helps break stuff down. It also helps make sure that you are safe with the food you eat. So it's got tons of bacteria, tons of hydrochloric acid, which destroys all sorts of bad stuff you could eat. Technically, if you wanted to, you could have your stomach removed. Yeah, isn't that gross?
That's disgusting.
So you could have your stomach removed and put your esophagus right into your small intestine, attach it through the pyloric sphincter, and you'd be just fine. As long as you, of course, didn't eat sushi, so because the stomach more protects and mixes. You'd also have to chew your food a lot more. Small intestine absorbs nutrients. Large intestine dehydrates, so it removes water and prepares the very last bit of what you've eaten for elimination. Of course, the rectum stores feces and removes them through the anus. You got teeth, hopefully, unless you're like me who has fake teeth. This tooth diagram is going to be on your test, of course. I wouldn't be too concerned with memorizing this necessarily. But you have the central and lateral incisors, the cuspids, the premolars, molars, and then the wisdom teeth on the very end. Salivary glands. You got 6 of them, 3 on each side of your mouth. They secrete saliva, which is a sticky digestive juice containing a couple different things. Mucus, for one, binding, lubrication, protection. You have amylase, breaks down food, particularly starch. So if you eat crackers, like animal crackers, and you place them on your tongue, and it's full of saliva, it starts to become mush, right? That's because starch is broken down by amylase. So that breakdown starts right in your mouth. Lysosomes, lice, or split in half, bacteria and viruses. And antibodies recognize foreign substances. So I've heard, and I'm not necessarily allergic to anything specific besides a very rare antibiotic. But I've heard that if you're like allergic to pineapples or something, that the first sensation you know that you've eaten it is you have your reaction of a tongue swelling, you're going numb. That's because the antibodies are even in your mouth and can recognize what shouldn't be there. And of course your body recognizes pineapples in that instance as not good. Or maybe it could be tree nuts or something like that. And the salivary glands in your coloring book, I've already assigned you on your take-home sheet the pages that you need to observe. Hopefully you do those things, and we'll pick back up where we left off. Alright, stay safe from the coronavirus. I hope you guys have a really good day and are enjoying the rest of your senior year, coasting through.